Hello and welcome to Britain's Best Breaks, the programme that shows you everything you need to know about your favourite holiday destinations. Today we're in Newquay in Cornwall, which is the ideal destination for that short or medium-term break you've really been looking forward to. Newquay has one of the most dramatic and cleanest coastlines in the country, and so this is why the town is particularly popular for those wanting a beach holiday. There are 7 miles of soft golden sands, sheltered coves, secluded rock pools and smugglers' caves, and there's that world-famous surf. Or how about taking a stroll along the cliff tops? There's over 300 miles of public footpaths following the coastline, with some of the most breathtaking views in Britain. Newquay has lots to offer. For a start, there's a wide choice of accommodation. You can choose to be pampered and waited upon in luxury, or you can do your own thing in any of the excellent B&Bs and holiday parks. Newquay also has a vibrant town centre with a wide variety of shops, restaurants and nightlife. And because the weather's mild for most of the year, you can enjoy it all whenever you want. The choice is yours. Getting to Newquay couldn't be easier, whether you're coming by car or public transport. Alternatively, if you're only coming for a short break and don't want to waste precious time travelling, Newquay has its own airport with daily flights to and from Gatwick and Stansted. And once you're here, there's always a taxi to take you to your accommodation. Although Newquay has miles of fantastic beaches, sometimes it's nice to get away and do something else for a change. Also, the weather's not always perfect, even in Newquay, so it's important that your holiday destination has enough to keep the family entertained. Around Newquay you'll find a wide variety of attractions that will keep you entertained for weeks, let alone days. At the Shire's Family Adventure Park you'll find great fun for everyone, whatever their age. The park is huge, with every kind of ride you could imagine, including this enormous Raging River water coaster ride. If you want a bird's eye view of the park, you can fly through the air in the Viking warrior pirate ship. The Dragon Kingdom is the county's largest indoor adventure zone, with 2 floors of slides, ropes, balls and towers, perfect for a rainy day. If you fancy a rest, you can take a train ride through the park's landscaped grounds. Young guests will love the Enchanted Forest, where they can see Mr. Badger and his woodland friends, singing and dancing in Greengate Meadows. There's so much to do and never enough time to do it all in. Newquay is just 14 miles from the world-famous Eden Project. Not far from the Eden Project is the Shipwreck Heritage Centre in Charlestown, where you can explore Cornwall's maritime heritage. The museum here is dedicated to preserving maritime heritage and the town's association with the local fishing and china clay industries. There are countless items and artefacts from over 150 shipwrecks, some dating back hundreds of years. In fact, it's the largest collection of artefacts brought up by divers in the country. It's not surprising then that one of the collections is dedicated to charting the history of sea rescue and diving. Charlestown is named after Charles Rashleigh, who built the original harbour 200 years ago. You can also see what life in a Cornish village was like 200 years ago by taking a walk down Charlestown Road. The first scene shows Charles Rashleigh discussing village business with his daughter Martha. A little bit further on there's a blacksmith's, and there's also a cooperage where all the barrels were made in which to store fish and clay before they were shipped all over Europe. Here's a display that'll really get your imaginations going. Shipwrecks and treasures. It's full of china, ornaments, items of clothing. Each one has its own story. This item has a bit of mystery attached to it. It's called a Tompion crest, and this one is from the Royal Oak, which was sunk in the first weeks of the Second World War in 1939. She was sunk in the Royal Navy's main anchorage in Scapa Flow, which is up in the Orkneys. But this Tompion crest was found on the seabed at Portland Naval Dockyard, the other end of the country. As you're not allowed to dive on the Royal Oak because she's a war grave, perhaps it was accidentally dropped overboard while visiting the port before the war. Who knows? There's a fascinating display featuring the golden age of the ocean liners. These magnificent ships remind us of an era before air travel. Competition for transatlantic passengers was as fierce as it is today. Shipbuilders in America, France and England competed to build ever faster, more luxurious and bigger ships. And the biggest, grandest of them all was the Titanic. Tragically, in 1912, Titanic sank on her maiden voyage after hitting an iceberg. Over 1,500 people lost their lives, including Cornishman Frederick James Banfield. His letters and other items of memorabilia form part of a special display telling this tragic story. Most people have seen the movie Titanic, and so they know the story of what happened. And this is the Heart of the Ocean necklace that Kate Winslet wore in the film. And it's very glamorous. No maritime museum would be complete without mentioning Britain's greatest sailor, Admiral Nelson. There's so much to see here, it's easy to forget that an important part of the museum is outside. This is a real lifeboat, which was last stationed in Scarborough. She's complete with all her original equipment, and during her career she helped save 31 lives. Walk through this disused clay tunnel and you'll come to the most dramatic part of the museum, the dock's viewing gallery. Here you can pass the time watching the assortment of boats in the harbour. Often there'll be a real square rigger in port which looks so spectacular. Newquay's beaches are some of the best and cleanest in Britain. Here at the Lusty Glaze Beach, you can sit and watch the world go by, or you could try out a huge range of activities organised by the Outdoor Adventure Centre here on the beach. You can try your hand at anything, from abseiling and climbing, to rock pooling and cave hunts. And I've just been for my first surfing lesson, and if I can do it, anybody can. And I've enjoyed it that much, I'm going to go back for some more.
Knees are bent, as if you're horse riding, keeps you nice and relaxed.
But of course Newquay's famous all over the world for its surfing, and here at the Dolphin Surf School you can learn how it's done. Come Mikey, we've got a long way to go. They'll take a complete beginner like me and have you riding the waves in no time. Maybe I need a bit more practice. Well, Newquay's famous worldwide for its surfing, but if you get tired of waiting for the rip curl and your surf's more flat than surf, there's plenty of water action here at Waterworld, and I'm off for some more. Waterworld's not just about getting wet. You could always try your hand, or rather your feet, here at the skateboard park. The zoo here at Newquay has won many awards for its work in conservation and education, and it's easy to see why. Is that good? Is it? These trails through parkland and gardens make this a zoo with a difference. Dairyland is open to the public and has enough to keep all members of the family amused for hours, whatever the weather. A nature trail takes you through the well-maintained grounds where you can get very close to a wide variety of breeds. There are also lots of activities for the children, including this adventure playground. Many, though, will want to go straight to the bullpen, where you can slide and climb in perfect safety. And the young at heart. There are machines here at the Porth Lodge Hotel, and the more you play, the less you pay. That's right, the price goes down. Can't be bad. Hey, not bad. And the bar area offers its own unique brand of entertainment, but you'd better get here early because it gets packed. Well, all those attractions have made me hungry. When you come to Newquay, not only will you be amazed at the variety and quality of the food on offer, but also staggered at the choice of places to eat. Nightlife in Newquay is as varied as it is during the day. Well, that's about all we've got time for. I've had a fabulous time here in Newquay, and I've been made to feel very welcome, and I've no doubt the same awaits you. There's a lot of variety here, and remember, the choice is yours. Bye for now, and don't forget to look out for our next programme in our series, Britain's Best Breaks.